Hey, before we move on, it's a good idea to save your work. But, excuse me, I made an Illustrator folder and a Photoshop folder inside the Finder so I could save each program's projects in a separate file. So I could keep track of things. Well, all these op art quests and some other ones to follow are going to be a combination of the two programs. So here in Photoshop, if I hit Command S, and by the way, if you don't get this window when you hit Command S, it means you already saved this as untitled whatever number it is. Okay, so get in the habit of not doing that. And if this window opens up small, there's a point at which I will just conclude that you simply will not listen to me. Okay, I want this file open. I want you to go inside Documents and make a new folder and call it AIPS. And then we got our Illustrator and Photoshop work. We can create that, and then we can call this, this is going to be going in it's going to be going in another folder called Op Art, huh? And then this is checkerboard. And we can call it O1 because there is another way to do this. Probably won't show it to you here, but we can go ahead and save that there. Then jump over to Illustrator and hit Command S. And I know it's a pretty simple thing to save, but I want you to see this. This should default back to that same folder, okay, into that same op art folder. And you can see it's there because you can see checkerboard, Illustrator. Oh. No, it's going to the wrong place. And I misspoke. But we can come down here and click on Op Art and go ahead and save that. Now, I told you Illustrator was smarter than Photoshop when I showed you this before. And when we click on this PSD file, this Illustrator file assumes the exact same title, but does not append the extension. Remember Photoshop, when we did the same thing in reverse, Photoshop said, oh, I'm an Illustrator file. And no, you're not. And we had to click down here on Photoshop and just click again so that the AI was replaced with PSD. Okay, we always let the program do that. We don't type it in. Got it? So now we've got our files organized, and we can save to this Op Art folder from this point forward. Got it? So we always click OK there. And these two files are saved. And we can go ahead and Command W, and I'm going to switch over to Photoshop and hit Command W. You guys are clicking on this red button. Don't do that. Command W closes the window, not just in Illustrator and Photoshop, but in the Finder as well. And it'll close your browser window. Command W means, excuse me, close the window. Easy. All right? Get into the habit of saving your work intelligently. Because when you ask for help and I say open up a Finder window and go to Documents and we see that mess of Untitled 16 and the rest of the crud all disorganized, I know you're not paying attention. Scotcho is not important. You're wasting both our time being able not to find things, having to hunt through. So yes, it is important. Part of the skill set, part of learning how to work like a pro in the Mac lab. Got it? Okay.